All right, beautiful people, what's going on? Brandon J. Wiggly, and you are now watching Split Yo WiGG, where we crack open the minds of influential people, hopefully to inspire you. And today, I got one of my closest homies. I'm gonna take the DJ Envy. I got a special guest with me, Kerry Classic. I would read you his whole resume, but I'm gonna let you give your 15-second elevator pitch. Let the people know about you real quick, bro.
Yeah. I'm Kerry Classic. Definitely in marketing. I run an influencer marketing agency. We work with multicultural influencers and do brand collaborations.
All right, better zoom in on my boy's shirt real quick. What's the 411? Zoom in. You know how we do it.
That's that Mary J.
Before we get kick started, I don't know. You drink red wine, bro?
Yeah, I'm down with it.
Okay, cool. So.
Why be making me sleepy, bro?
I'm gonna
keep with the
See, I only drink Merlot. So
okay.
Every show, I have a different bottle of Merlot. I became a Merlot connoisseur now. So I want to try a different type of Merlot. I probably had about 30 now.
Yeah.
I need to start writing them down because I always forget.
Your palate remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda, somewhat. So today I have the original Dark Horse Merlot, made in 2016 up out of California. So we definitely gonna try. Hey, and wines. Hey, I'm looking for wine sponsors now. If you want to put your wine on here, let me know. I'm always about that life. So we're going to take a little sip of this, and at the end of the show, we're going to let y'all know what we think about this Merlot, all right? There you go, brother. I'm going to take a little bit of that. We're going to try not to kill the whole bottle. The Dark Horse, cheers to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
I'm treating it like a shot.
Hit it on the table. All right, man, so I like to call this, before we get into some real serious questions.
Okay.
I like to call this part of the show the icebreaker question.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Kind of break the ice, get the vibes flowing.
Going, right.
So, a topic of conversation right now is who's the best, LeBron or Jordan, and why? Go, give it to me.
Man, I gotta say Jordan, but that's just me. I like Jordan because of what he did to impact the game at the time. You know what I mean? I think what you're dealing with is a different level of athlete now. I know when it comes to stats, LeBron and all that, I get it.
Yeah.
But I think what Jordan was doing at that time was just unprecedented. And the way he raised the bar for basketball and just the culture, I haven't seen nobody do it like that since, except AI. Now when AI came, he just had the impact on what he redefined the whole game on the court and off the court. And I think that's where I really feel that.
Yeah, this is a hard one for me because growing up, I was always a Kobe fan.
Okay.
But you can't really have Kobe in this conversation. What you think? I feel Kobe not really messing with Jordan, and he's not messing with LeBron.
Okay.
Skill-wise. But I want to say Kobe so bad.
Yeah.
It's like T.I., my favorite rapper of all time.
Okay.
But he doesn't. You can't really put him in that conversation of like who's the best or even top 10 of all time.
You can't put them in. Okay, yeah. I feel you. I feel like there's people who were the best because the way they connected with you.
Facts.
I think that's where people. I know people want to go to stats and people want to go to like album sales and platinum. And I get all that. When you go to stats, everybody got the factual numbers. Don't lie. I'm a kind of a feeler kind of person. So how that person made me feel changed how I looked at the sport, the music, or whatever that was, and I think that's what makes the best to me.
So getting back to that icebreaker question, you brought up Allen Iverson. How did he make you feel growing up? Playing basketball.
I wore number 3. I bought Iverson shoes whenever there was like, I'm so and so. I'm Iverson. You know what I mean? Just because like the way he represented for the smaller person on the court to me, and I was the smaller dude on the court. So I always tried to get my handles up because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to get to the lane because niggas gonna block my shot.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
We cursing, we drinking wine, we doing all that.
But somebody will block my shot.
Yeah.
I always tried to get my handles real dumb and then try to get my passing nice. So I was trying to be an authentic point guard at the time.
Because of Iverson.
Yeah, just Iverson, the way he did it, the way he came and brought that heart and aggression to the game as the smaller person on the court.
I did.
Yeah,
I did. Well, the answer. The question that I asked you, I got to go with LeBron. Okay. I know everybody on Jordan right now, but as a pure basketball player, it's more, LeBron can do more than Jordan. I know they go for the stats because the question is always who's the best basketball player.
Right.
But people throwing stats and championships and ring.
Right.
We talking about on that court.
Right.
LeBron 6'8", 250. God sculpted him.
Right.
God bless that man. You know what I'm saying? He chiseled that man.
Yeah.
And the man can shoot, score, dribble. He can do it all. He makes his teammates better.
Okay.
He's bigger. He's faster. It's like I just believe Jordan can't do what LeBron does.
But do you think a LeBron? See the chink in LeBron's armor that I saw this series was like emotional.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you've seen he was out of poise with himself as the commander in chief of that team.
So you're saying his leadership skills were being.
You know what I mean? I don't want to say.
What you just said.
Okay. I feel like, you know what I mean, when it came down to making the plays that count, or just holding the team together. I don't think he did it the way Jordan would have did it.
I did.
You know what I mean? Jordan came out there with that killer instinct every time.
Jordan, that's where Jordan and Kobe.
Yeah, mental. Like it was like black Mamba
mentality.
Yeah. It was just killer all the time.
I dig that.
Mm-hmm.
I did that. Speaking about, being killer all the time, you see, Trump is in the news a lot right now.
Yeah.
So he's staying in every current event. How do you feel about the Trump and Kim K meetup right now? What's your thoughts on that?
I really didn't even give it enough energy to really have a real opinion about it. Okay.
Did you see the picture?
Yeah, I saw the picture, and I felt like Kim Kardashian going to President Trump to talk about what I understood prison reform was just a little taboo for me. It was like you have no, to my knowledge, you have no real perspective or relatability to that particular topic. You know what I mean? Because to my knowledge, Kim K never been to prison. No. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know, and I ain't trying to say like you can't do if you haven't been, but it just kind of felt like something that I just couldn't even really give my attention to.
But what would you say about didn't they pardon some people?
Yeah, they went in there
and pardoned a couple people.
See, my homeboys in there was like, that's white privilege. They was like,
break that down for me.
Well, Kim K go in there, have a conversation with Trump. Trump starts pardoning people. Had Meek Mill went in there, talked to Trump. Would that have been the same case?
I ain't think about that.
You know
I forgot Meek Mill, and they said Jay-Z stopped it.
Yeah, Jay-Z was like, nah, don't go up there because that could play wrong. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I agree with Jay-Z about that. At first I didn't. I was like, you should let Meek go in there. I feel like you can learn from anybody. And learn from, even if they're evil, you can learn what to do and what not to do. He could have went in there and gave his voice for the people. He could have really sunk into Trump. But then Trump is just a media whore.
Yeah, the troll game is so real. Like, you seen how as soon as Chance the Rapper said anything about Chance the Rapper spoke out but he spoke for Kanye. He was like, yo man, you don't have to be black to be a Democrat.
Yeah, hold his homeboy up.
He was like, hold his homeboy up. Yeah. And then Trump get in there, make a troll play, and now Chance is like, man, see, bro, you know what I mean? I ain't say none of that. I'm gonna chill. Then he writing apology letters and all. See, you never know. The troll game's so vicious that like Jay-Z probably was just like, you know what,
he was able to foresee what would happen. Yeah, I'm glad he did that because at first I always thought, somebody from our community needs to go speak to Trump, and really, I think Tip should be the one.
I think Tip too. I think Tip should go with, because I think somebody asked Tip this on Rap Radar podcast. Yeah. He was like, yeah, I'd go, but somebody else got to go with me so that, you know what I mean? Like, let me bring somebody.
He said Farrakhan or something.
Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Andrew
Young.
Yeah, Andrew Young, my bad. Yeah, Andrew
Remember
Young.
we had met on that one time?
Yeah, we had met on right outside the church.
Up, though. I wanted to take a pic with him, but I froze up. I ain't even gonna lie.
I shook his hand, though.
I like this new role Tip is almost as like the ambassador for black people. You know what I mean? I think
on accident.
On accident. It's like he's relatable. He has the vocabulary for it, but he still has that edge to him. That he's able to, kind of be that ambassador. So if anybody does go talk to Trump, I definitely think it should be Tip.
And I feel like Tip is making it visible to a different demographic of people who would have never thought to really get active in these type of issues, these social issues. To the level that he's doing it, just the people that he represents are looking at that and being like, okay, now I can share that. I can have a share of voice in this conversation as well. I think that's important.
He's using his influence.
Yeah, he's leveraging his audience and just that position that he has in the community to really do that. And I salute that. 100%.
Speaking of influence, let's get back into more of what you do. So You're doing your influencer marketing.
Yeah.
Intecoo.
Yep.
For intelligently cool.
Yep.
That name dope, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I told Maddie that today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told him, you know, you got Intecoo, intelligently cool.
Man, you know how I came up with intelligently cool for real?
Yeah.
Like, I go off and tell people that it's the intersection of business and art. You know what I mean? The strategy and the culture, like the fun and the intention. But it really came from my father made me believe that it was okay to be smart and be cool at the same time. Because I grew up in that environment that it was like you either on the basketball team having fun, cutting up in class, girls, everything, or you in them books for real, you got a curfew, you know what I'm saying? So he made me believe that there was a bridge between these two group of people, because where I'm from, Fort Walton Beach, it kind of just led the conversation that it was either or. You either cutting up or you kind of serious about your work, and in that case you considered a nerd. So I kind of took the philosophy that he gave as far as just being smart and be cool, because I couldn't get no less than a B on my report card, or else I'd be grounded till next report card.
How old were you when he let you know that? And were you battling internally like, man, like I like the cool stuff, but also I'm a nerd somewhat, whatever a nerd is. But like, how did you handle that?
At first, you know, I definitely was more attracted to the fun stuff, because as a military kid, I grew up in the military, so we moved around a lot. So I always fought with, I guess, identity, because I'd move somewhere. I moved to Japan, and it'd be like, you know, a total cultural difference as far as how they move, the traditions, take off your shoes when you enter the house, eat on the floor on big pillows.
I know that.
Like, it was just a different vibe. And then I moved to England. Then I moved to Florida. So, you know what I mean? So it was like such a difference. So I struggled with probably understanding or taking the time to understand who I really am, or what is for me, because I spent most of that trying to fit into different groups, different social groups as I moved around, so that I can have a tribe of people to hang out with. So then I end up having this whole thing. But my father kind of came in and just kind of set the precedent, like, yo man, like, we gonna do this schoolwork too. You know, we can do all the fun shit that, you know, we gonna go to we gonna play basketball, we gonna hang out with the girls, we gonna, you know, have your moments, but we gonna do the schoolwork too. And he made that really important. So I kind of fell in the line of being in the middle.
Around what age would you say you felt comfortable, you came into your own?
Oh man, I was probably grown before that happened. I think somewhere like even after college.
Okay.
I think after college.
Yeah, you're right.
After college, you start to kind of, you know what I mean?
Self-awareness. As you grow, you gain self-awareness.
And I was like, this is not for me, this is for me. And then once I kind of got comfortable in my own skin, it was kind of a different ballgame.
So with Intelligently Cool, it's would you say it's a marketing, solely based on marketing maybe?
Yeah, I mean, Intelligently Cool is a philosophy. So Intecoo is just my compound made up word of what I think the smart fun intersection is, right? So it's just a philosophy. So the way I structured it is that Intecoo is like my umbrella business. It's like the holdings company of other micro companies that fall under that philosophy. So I have Influence Done Differently, which is a influencer marketing agency targeted to multicultural creators. Then we have Spread Love and Good Music, and that's our thing with the, you know, helping music discovery, giving a platform to new artists, anything that kind of just feels like, and then we getting into the e-commerce, all that. I have another merchandise line that I'm getting ready to launch. It's called Can't Buy Cool, and it's just, you know, through influencer marketing, I have a lot of conversations with brands that want to treat the culture in a transactional state. They want to come in, feed us their products, pay us to promote their products on their behalf, but they're not leaving anything or participating in the culture that they're trying to sell their products to. I like that. So Can't Buy Cool is going to be my stands in a merch design of, like, you know, you can't purchase being a part of this.
Man, you just telling me that. I thought I was his dog.
I
told
me that. I read this over the last week.
I like that.
Last week, and then we got a technology platform that we trying to put together. It's called Loop. It's gonna be shareable.
Like, give me the loop.
Yeah, give me the loop. It's gonna be a mobile social couponing platform for influencers. So as you create your content, say if you took a picture of this wine right here for Split Yo WiGG. that content can turn into a coupon for this same brand if they were involved in the platform. Yeah, so I want to do like user-generated coupons from influencers.
So with all those businesses you have and you run the Intecoo, what type of skill set do you feel a person would need to be able to do that? To run the influencer marketing firm?
Just to run the influencer marketing.
Yeah. What type of skill set? So if someone's watching right now in high school and like, man, I want to run an influencer marketing business. What type of skills does this person need to have? And do you believe a person is born with those skills? Like, do you, like you said you traveled a lot, so that kind of made you cultural. You've seen a lot of cultures, met a lot of different type of people. So that may have helped you in this space, dealing with different type of influencers. So do you believe a person is born with those skills? And if not, what type of skills do they need to develop?
I don't think I was born with those skills.
Okay.
I think that, yes, I have a open mind and I have a flexibility that is a little bit more than the average person who didn't have those same experiences. I don't have problems pivoting, changing directions, being flexible, taking risks, because I felt like my whole military life was bad. Callie, what's up?
Got my daughter came in real quick. Callie. She gonna hold it down for me when I pass. She gonna take over Split Yo WiGG. Keep going.
Yeah, so I think that the skill set that comes along with that is just being a risk taker and just kind of going for it.
Yeah.
I don't think that I was really spent any real time was trying to. I'd rather just pull the trigger sometimes. Just be like, man, let me just try it. And then if I fall on my face in the process, I'll do that before I just kind of sit here and overanalyze the situation. So I try to take that approach. But flexibility, courage, a little bit of intention.
Okay.
And curiosity, because I'm always reading about how to put myself out of business if I ever wanted, what's the next thing? Well, how is this business going to be operated in the next 5 years that somebody's going to come around and do now? And disrupt my whole game.
So do you think a person, for a skill, should they be able to be critical thinkers, being like have a creative type of thinking, or could you have an introvert run? Not saying the introvert not creative thinkers, but I often think about, in your space, somebody have to almost be an extrovert, because you got to go out, meet these influencers, persuade them to come work with you. Do you think a person that's an introvert can run a successful marketing firm?
What's kind of funny is that I kind of consider myself more of an introvert than an extrovert, but people don't believe me because I'm willing to publicly speak. I'm willing to hold events and hold courses. One of my friends, Free, actually brought to my attention. He was like, "You're an extrovert when you can control the perception or the narrative around what your personal brand is. So if it's your event and you're controlling the situation, you're more of an extrovert." But I'm equally the same person who don't like to be in the middle of a crowd. If I'm going into the club or anywhere there's a lot of people, I like to find a little pocket somewhere in the corner and drink. You know what I mean?
How we post
I
up.
don't like to be the center of attention a lot. So I think you can be an introvert and do this. I think it just takes a little bit of self-education. I'm willing to watch YouTube videos just about everything. I Google everything. And then just pulling the trigger. I think that's a little bit.
Speaking of Google and YouTube, do you feel like the generation coming up now has an advantage over our generation? Because I'm 32, you 31, right?
Yeah.
We didn't really grow up with Google or YouTube, did we? Not really, not in high school. So do you think this generation coming up has an advantage, or being able to have access to all this information may be a disadvantage because it makes you lazy?
I think it's a double-edged sword. I think that, yes, the access to that information is limitless, so now you have the ability to garner whatever information that you're seeking. I think equally, because it's so accessible and so easy to get, we take things that are given to us like that, we take for granted. So now you have social media platforms, or just the access to internet that is now being kind of taken for granted, because now I can talk to anybody I want. We never had that. You know what I mean? And I think that it does kind of. I've seen social awkwardness in some kids, you know, but I've equally seen, you know, we've seen young entrepreneurs more than ever.
Yeah,
you know,
13 years old,
launching
16,
businesses.
yeah,
you know what I mean? Selling bow ties for $2 million. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
When did the entrepreneur bug hit you? You would say.
I got laid off from my job. That's immediately the day it hit me.
When was that?
2014, November.
Okay.
November 7th.
Do you have any people that you look up to, like in that space? Any mentors that you say, you know what, he's in the lane I want to be in. Let me try to mirror myself. Not try to be that person, but just follow their blueprint.
Yeah. I like Steve Stout and I like Pharrell Williams. Those are my two people.
Yeah, dope.
Those are my two people.
So when did you, being that you said Steve Stout and Pharrell kind of are like these mentors to you, do you ever feel like, you know what, I need to try to meet these people?
Yeah, absolutely. yeah, absolutely.
What's your plan of action?
To meet these people?
Yeah.
Man, I want to build something first, you know what I mean? And not even like to hold it off, but I want to come to the table as seen or positioning myself as a potential partner and not like as, you know what I mean, the ask for something. You know what I mean? I want to come to the table. So I'm focusing on building a sustainable, healthy business that gives me the credibility and the experience to go have an equal conversation peer to peer versus like, you know, intern. Let me get an opportunity. No, I want to be like, yo, you know, this is the plan I have. This is what we've done. This is what I would like to do with you. This is our plan of action. You know, can we do something? I'd rather have that conversation.
Speaking of intern, I think that's when I met you in college. You worked? No. I met you before you were interning with BET, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's tell about the story when how we met in college, because let everybody know I've been blessed to have. I've always been that type of person to say you can only have one best friend, because best is one, in my opinion. But I've been blessed to have great friends in my life, and I consider, you know, Kerry, I consider you, you know, one of the two. You know, Ryan Timms is my best friend, and I consider Kerry my best friend. But tell about the story, how we met in college, because you could tell it good.
Well, I was rapping. I was trying to rap. I was dead serious.
What was your rap name?
Young Man KJ.
Young Man KJ. I'm the only person who still call him that. Young Man KJ.
Yep. I was trying to rap. And you know where I got that? Remember when Wayne had cut up that sample, "I'ma Fly Young Man"?
Yeah. I remember you had rapped on the beat like that. Yeah, I remember that.
I was trying to rap. I was dead serious. And I think, man, one day we were just walking in the parking lot. We were just in the parking lot at the same time. And, you know, you introduced yourself to me. I was like, oh, what up, blah, blah, blah. And you was like, yo, and out of nowhere, you was like, bro, if you ever need some, you know, need a little extra cash for your studio time, let me know. I'll shoot you like $50. And you ain't know me from Adam. Like, we did not know each other. He offered to shoot me $50 for some studio time. And from that point, and I never took the 50 or nothing. But from that point, we was just cool. Smooth Sound Studios. Yep.
I remember that.
And then we started rapping. That was crazy.
Yeah, and I think that's important. Just the evolution of our friendship. You know, going from meeting in the parking lot to living together in college to
the 304.
304. That's what we call. Me, myself, Kerry, Ryan Timms. And Chris was like the honorary roommate. He didn't live there. He lived downstairs. He always came up, and we did some wild shit in college.
Yeah,
like it got wild, but I really cherish those moments because our relationship grown through all these stages. You know, from just meeting to living together to living together in college to outside of college to getting into altercation. Because I know me. Like, tell people how you deal with me, right? Because I know I could be a difficult person at times. Yeah. I'm loud. Yeah. I'm an extrovert. Yeah. I'm hyper as shit. Yeah. Like, how do you deal with me as a person?
I don't.
Eugene can tell. Like, Eugene, though, that's why he laughing. A lot of people can't handle me. Yeah. So how do you handle me?
I don't match your emotion. Whatever your emotion is, I go the other way so that I can add balance to the situation. Because I know that once the emotion is on you, it's intense. Yeah. So whatever the emotion is, it's intense. So I need to go the other way to bring some balance to the situation. And one thing that works, you gonna come hang out? Yeah. One thing that works for you specifically is that you're always receptive to the 100, no matter what the 100 is. So I'm willing to tell you exactly what the play is, and you'll be like, you'll hear it, you'll listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of do it.
And I respect that, man. I definitely respect that. And to move on to my next segment of the show before we start wrapping it up, I call this part to give someone the flowers while they still can smell them.
Okay.
Oftentimes, thank you, Callie. I'm sorry, my daughter here, daddy-daughter day. Bring the daughter to work. Oftentimes people tell people how much they care, how much they mean to them when they dead.
Yeah.
We living like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I just want to tell you, I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate everything about you because, like you said, you bring balance in my life. Like I always tell you before, like you the smartest person I know. One of the smart, Jay probably the smartest person I know, but you give another aspect, and you really helped me. You really helped catapult me just for letting me live with you those 7 months. You know what I mean? You the one made me or put the thought in my head to move to Atlanta. I wasn't thinking about no damn Atlanta before you told me. I remember I was sitting in Man Alive. I don't know what I was doing, probably hardly working, barely working. Not knowing what I was gonna do, and you called me. I don't know the exact conversation, but I remember like, "Where Atlanta? Where is that?
Atlanta.
You need to make this play." And I thought about it probably 3-4 days, and I pulled the trigger. I made the decision. But I look at yourself, Jason Stinson, and Jay Morrison, are three people, more people of course, but y'all three is really like you gave me an outlet. You made me move to the A, and you gave me almost a crutch. If everybody in your clique is rugged, nobody will fall because everybody will be each other's crutch. Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, look it up.
96.
You gave me a crutch. And I always be indebted to you for that, and I love you for that. And that's why I just want to give you the flowers.
That's what's up.
While you can smell.
That's what's up, man. I love you back, man. I think equally, man. You do the same for me, man. Cause just like you said, when I put the bug in your ear, the thought to like, man, let's move to Atlanta. I just called you one day randomly. It was like, try move to Atlanta. You pulled the trigger, and I think like sometimes, as being considered the smart or the person who's thinking, I can tend to overthink, and I can try to be too strategic. Like, man, what we gonna do? How we gonna do this? Let's have a plan. And sometimes it's like, man, let's just go. You know what I mean? So I think you give me that sometimes where I'm just like, all right, we'll just build the plane on the way down. Let's just move. I appreciate.
I think we balance each other. It's almost like Chuck D and Flavor Flav. I'm Flavor Flav and you Chuck D. You know what I'm saying? His name Chuck D, right?
Yeah.
Chuck. And I'm Flavor Flav. I'm the hype man. I'm hype. I'm hyper. I'm always on go. So before we wrap this thing up, we're gonna do one under one. I'm gonna ask you one question. Keep it under 1 minute. And let the people know. So what's one piece of advice that you would give someone up and coming and looking to start an influencer marketing agency?
Test everything. I think that sometimes we get analysis paralysis. We get, as a creative, we want to make sure everything's perfect. I think that sometimes we need to be willing to put something out there that's half-baked, get the feedback, get the reaction of the people that it was intended for, so that we can take that information, go back to the drawing board, and just add the little pieces that people have already validated and said that they wanted, opposed to getting so emotionally attached to our own ideas that we're building products only for us to use. And that's not what the play is.
Talk that talk. That's why I say he's the smartest man I know. So look, this is my final split. I'm going to keep it real short. And I'm going to end with this. Keep good people around you. I have great friends. A lot of people say no new friends, or they don't like new energy around them. And there's a lot of negative talk, or keep your enemies close and your friends, whatever them sayings are. But as you can see, I've been knowing the king here since probably 2005. It's 2018, and we're going to go to the grave together. So keep great people around you, and then one day I'm gonna be the next Arsenio Hall. So Arsenio, one day you're gonna see this, and we're gonna have my boy on the show with me, all right? And that's my final split. But before I go, I'm gonna review this wine, the original Dark Horse A1. As you can see, I probably had 4 glasses while we were doing the interview, and I'm gonna put this in my top 5. I'm definitely gonna put this in my top 5. The original Dark Horse. Get at me for the sponsorship, y'all. I'm about to blow. So y'all need to get at me if you want to be on the show for the red wine. And that's it for Split Yo WiGG. Brandon J. Wiggly, and we out.